welcome to Raymies Garage. A wee bit of a different video of the day. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff we use to diagnose our cars. I've got a new one to test. So we've got the GLR SSD system driven diagnostic. It comes with a wee Mongoose dongle, which is pretty good. You do have to have a wee bit of a knowledge how to operate that, and probably we're not up to speed with that. We also have the top-down analyzer, or it's code reader. Generally does generic cars, it does the Range Rover too, and we've got this one to try. I'll go back to that in a minute. But we do have the IID tool, which is okay. There's some of the things that the IID tool is supposed to do and we can't get it to do that. Something as simple as opening up the window, and that kind of a bi-directional communication doesn't really work that well. And we've got the iCar soft one. We haven't got these here now because Apprentice Pat's hoarding them because his car's in such a poor state with all his lights coming on, but there you go. However, I've been given this one. This one is a launch car reader, a code reader, sorry. So I'm going to have a wee go at this today. It's quite small, quite handy, and I think it's pretty useful. So we'll get to the car, we'll have a look at this one here, and we'll see how we got on with that. So this is me in the car. I'm just hoping we can see that okay. There's not too much reflections. So it comes up with your basic options here: diagnostic, OBD2. I think you can set email upon it, upgrade the device, and some settings in there. I haven't tried that, but I would imagine it's just going to give you units of measure, network, etc. So you can put all your details in there. If you do a scan, I think you can email yourself or email someone else. I'm assuming that is email. So I'm just going to go through this on the Range Rover just to see what it's like. So it's got a whole lot of Buick, Toyota. Well, you can upgrade it to C. Right, okay, cool. Back to that one there. And we're going to the kind of main one we're looking for is diagnostic. And I'll stick the ignition on the car. So it's got a couple of options. It's got Land Rover and Jaguar there, and demo, don't know what that does, and obviously it's got along the top, it's got different countries. So we're going to go to Land Rover. Diagnostic software, giving you the version. Right, okay. Okay. Right. It's probably because ignition wasn't on there. Okay. That's it connecting to the car. It's probably because I started that without the ignition on. So we'll let it go through its process to see what it comes up with, and we'll try a few things. I think I've got my airbag light on, believe it or not. There you go. So automatically search. I'm taking that's going to search for the car. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that has picked that up right away. Range Rover L405 2013. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And we'll just go through. I think some of these menus are quite standard. A health report. So I think it scans all, which I quite like about that. Some of these diagnostic tools. And we'll just let that run through its process. Right, okay, and again, I'm not familiar with this. It's got a number of codes on it because I'm probably messing about with the car. And each of the modules, so I think the black's in the engine control, the black's indicating what the module is. Supplementary, that's restraint system, that's probably the airbag light. Instrument cluster, body control module, all-terrain module, speed control module, so it's got all the different modules. Then it's got, I think, the faults in red, and quite a few in there. Then you can see the tick, so this is going to a health report in the car. I wonder if I can report that. What does it do? Oh yeah, so it's giving you a kind of basic diagnostic report on the car, which is good. So let's go into some of the codes here. So what's this? P169S66 control module. Wonder if I can do that, or is it that? Oh, there you go. Read fault code. Right. So it's telling you historic, etc, etc. Right, how do you do that? Back, you go back first. Clear fault memory, okay. Read fault code, no fault codes. So that's in that engine control module, as you can see up the top there. I have been messing about with the car, so there are a number of faults on it. I'll go back to the main screen, keep going, oh no, I went too far, bugger. What does that mean? No, I don't want to exit. Back to Land Rover, okay. So I'll let this go through its process again, but you won't have to watch it. Right, okay, so I'm back to getting that kind of health report back up again. So the SRS system, there was a fault in that. No, it's saying it's two faults in it. Driver seatbelt pre-tensioner and battery voltage. I think we go this way. Read fault code. There you go. So there are the two codes there, the DTC's there, the description, the state, an intermittent fault. Okay, let me go back. Clear fault memory. Okay, read fault code. And there's none there. So these are ones obviously if maybe had the battery out or something like that. Pretty good. Let's go to the next one. So it's a body control module, lost communication. So that's generally what you get when you've got a low battery or you disconnect the battery. I've got the all-terrain control module. I know that fault's been there for a while. Another battery module, well, communication modules usually happens with the battery. Electronic power sustain. So what I'll do is, we know we've got problems with the camera as well. What we'll do is we'll clear all codes, yes, and we'll let that run through its process as part of the health report, but that's pretty good. The other one we've got is very similar menu to that, and it's quite easy to navigate round about the device. Right, so that's it back. So I know about that code. Well, I don't know about that code. I know about this ATCM code. I don't know why it's there, but you'll notice now they've cleared all the codes. We're all green. So that's a kind of a health report. Okay, that one there. Let me go into that. Yeah, battery voltage. We'll go here. Fault code. Battery voltage. It's a permanent code. Go back. Let's see if I can clear that. Right, okay. Read fault code. That's still there, so I'll need to dig into that one a wee bit. So at least it's pulling that one up to let us see it. Then we'll go back again to the health report. So that's generally pretty simple to follow. And I'll go back. I'll go into special functions. So these are all the kind of bi-directional type functions you've got on it. I'm assuming you can bleed the brakes. I take it that's to test dual battery, vehicle secondary battery charging, battery replacement. So when you buy a new battery in these cars, you need to replace you need to reset the battery module. So it's got all that. I don't want to go through the whole lot of it, but you can see it's got quite a lot. Sunroof calibration. I wonder if it does suspension. That's probably going to get asked there. Air suspension. Suspension system set, unset. System high calibration. So there is a bit of a calibration process. You can do that. Air suspension, ride level control module, diagnostic interface. Let me see. I'm pressing one of these. Okay. Set that to 2. Air suspension enable. Please wait. I'm just going to shut that door because it likes to do stuff. Right. Set the ignition to the off position. Okay. It's off. Set the ignition to the on position. This application referred to leveling the vehicle which has leaky oversteering. Okay, so I'm not going to go do that because I end up messing about, but you can see it has got air suspension information and calibration, which is one of the good features of that. Some of these devices don't have that. Electronic parking brake, longitudinal black caliper replacement, assembly test, so it's got bits in it. So it's quite an in-depth one. That's special functions. What did I say? System selection. Let's see what we've got in here. Quite a lot. I'll just let me pick one. So engine control module. Read fault code. Oh, it's actually kind of doing it manually. Actuation test. When you press the plus or minus to change the current status value, you must press start. Okay. So turbo shut off valve opening position commanded. Right. Let's start the car and see what that does, because this is one of the problems I think Pat's having. So I think this is the secondary turbo, and every so often it will open it and shut it. Let's see. So there you go, value 10%. So turbo shut off valve. So I'm actually opening that, or am I? Yeah, let's go for a minus. So that's me opening and closing the turbo shut off valve. Interesting. What else we got? Exhaust gas recirculation bank 1 commanded. The exhaust gas. So it's quite in depth. Throttle actuator control commanded. Let's just see. Let's go a +1. Just see if that's going. Right, let's go for start. If I've done anything there. Okay. I think it did do something there. So that's you going into all the different modules to have they have the ability to test it. Front fog lamp supply, so it's quite in depth. It's actually quite good for a device as small as that, and as cheap as that. So we'll go right back to the start. Yes, what else have we got? Right back. Right, that's the diagnostic part we're in. Data, settings, OBD2, just the usual stuff you'll get with that. So yeah, pretty decent wee device. I'm sure there's lots more functions in there. It takes a long time to go through all these different functions, but you can see some of the stuff it's got there. It's as good as yeah, it's as good as some of the other ones out there. And I think this one's on eBay for just about 100 and odd quid, which is not too bad. You can connect to your Wi-Fi. It must be connected to my Wi-Fi. Yeah, it is. Language, workshop information, recovery cleanup, screen capture. So it's allowing you to record the screen as well. So yeah, so that wee thing appeared here. See it? And it captures the screen. Screenshot has been saved. I'm assuming is there a wee card in it? No. You must be able to email that, I would imagine. Let's go back to network. I hope I'm getting that in there because it's a bit bright. Yeah, pretty good. Brightness. Let me turn that down a wee bit. Well, that is it down. She was. Workshop information. Oh, actually, you can put your own details in there, like Raymies Garage, if you wanted to do that. Yeah, pretty decent. So that's that launch OBD2 reader. See the size of it in my hand. It's quite small, quite compact. Something you can keep in the car. So we'll add that to our collection. It's always good to have a couple of these, certainly for some of the stuff that we do, because I've said earlier there that sometimes the gap tool, IID tool, doesn't do what we want it to do. we have tried to upgrade it, we have tried to stick it in the computer and upgrade it, but for example it will not release the handbrake, the handbrake when you're doing a service on the brakes. You've still got to go and do it the manual way, where you hold the handbrake button down, etc, etc, but we cannot get the IID tool to do that on the L405. It might do it in other vehicles, but there's been a number of things that we've looked at in that tool. Bearing in mind, I think off the cuff, I think we probably paid about £400 for that, or there or thereabouts, for the gap tool, and that's, so this is only about 100 quid. Seems to work, so it's probably worthwhile having a look at that, see if you fancy it. I'll leave the link in the description if I can remember where it is, but I'll certainly try and stick that in there. And if you can comment on that, what your thoughts are, if anybody's got one that uses it, please feel free to stick a comment in the comments section. But anyway, that's us, so I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.